I guess this is like our little check-in spot. I have a really nice cup of mugwort and blue lotus and lemon to start the day, and my cup of cacao. To me, there is nothing better than having a cup of ceremonial grade cacao in the morning. Like, I don't know if it's good to drink this much chocolate, but my body and heart gives a full body yes. So this week I really gotta be honest here, like I've had a lot of things happen in my personal life with family and sickness and my own sickness for the past 2 weeks. It really threw me off center. I just cleaned everything yesterday, which felt really good, and like did an energetic cleanse and like chant in here. But I have gotten back into my yoga practice regularly every morning again, and I've been doing my breath work, and I am getting ready to sell things before I leave and kind of listing those items. That's mainly been, the focus, and I'm just kind of learning to trust myself and my process a little bit more. I had this reminder of just like, as I've been a little worried about money and I've been trying to pick up extra hours at my job, which normally wouldn't be an issue, but it's very strenuous working as a youth mentor and like giving enough love to myself as I'm giving to the kids that I care so much about, that I can't mentally show up. Like it's not fair to me and it's not fair to them for me to work that many hours, and I need to remember that yes, I can do hard things, and yes, to push myself, but to also listen to that inner knowing of like, if something in my heart is telling me not to do something, then to trust that. And I have other funds coming in surprising ways, and it was just like a really good lesson for me to just take in and remind myself that I am supported, and that where there is a will, there will be a way, and to listen to my inner guidance even if I can't see the path and make sense of it. So I want to set some intention for the rest of this week based off of what I've been experiencing the past couple weeks. And I guess my intention is to commit every morning to myself, to pour into my cup, and to listen to my full body yeses and nos, and to, state that compassionately. My intention for this week is also to start releasing physical items and really, putting clothes up on my Depop and pouring my creativity into that, not rushing the process. Like, I have time now, so I might as well do it with the utmost love and intention, because I truly believe like the intention that you weave into what you're producing is just going to amplify its energy and like attract that of a different vibration, you know what I mean? And when your heart is in something, like, I feel like that just attracts more love, but also it's like giving more love. It's two-way street. I am going to Zion's with work, and I just want to connect with Mother Nature and share yoga and practice and Reiki, because I usually feel afraid to share these things, and I want to step out of my comfort zone and share the things that I'm passionate about and just have like a really fun time. I'm gonna go shopping later today. I'm gonna get some items. And yeah, self-expression, I'm calling that in because I am letting these walls down of vulnerability, but also like for me, self-expression is part of that, not just listening. You know, how can I share the beautiful things that I've learned if I never share them, you know? So that's my intentions this week. I'm going to journal. Let's see what we've got going on. Yeah, journaling. I'm going to read a little bit. I'm going to share you the books that I'm reading this week. This is called Heart of the Christos. This is all about past lives, star seeds from the Pleiades. It's really interesting. This was given to me from my mom. Yeah, it's just really, it's a unique read. You have to have like a pretty esoteric or open mind to dive into this, but I've kind of been digesting this day by day. And then I for so long have not wanted to read the Bhagavad Gita, just because like it's scriptural, and that kind of like scared me for a second. But honestly, like, it's really beautiful, and I'm so happy I'm diving in. Let me see if I can just share. This is one thing I really liked. I'm just in the introduction, but it says, "What is the consciousness? The consciousness is I am. Then what am I? In contaminated consciousness, I am means I am the Lord of all survey. I am the enjoyer. The world revolves because every living being thinks that he is the Lord and the creator of the material world. Material consciousness has two physic divisions. One is that I am the creator, and the other is that I am the enjoyer. But actually, the Supreme Lord is both the creator and the enjoyer and the living entity. Being part of the parcel of the Supreme Lord is neither the creator nor the enjoyer, but the cooperator. He is created and the enjoyed." I found that kind of interesting. I think that, you know, Lord can be kind of a triggering word for me in the past, and, you know, just reading this is like, I don't really know if there's a difference if, you know, I am the Lord or I am a part of, because I believe we're all interconnected. Like, I am nothing, I am everything, but, you know, I do believe that, like, in a sense, it's this all perfect, like, mathematical equation, and like, I am the creator and the enjoyer, but also there is something bigger than me creating and enjoying. I had this dream the other night, and I was able to actually play this thing and just like play what I wanted to hear, you know? I've been working on this power chord. I don't know why this one has been hard for me. I don't really know chords, so I don't know why I started with power chords. That was the video I accidentally pressed on. See if we can switch it down. It's a little rusty, but you know, I would like to do something prettier. I like lighter sounds. Like that, that's nice. But I don't know what's going on with this string. If you listen to it, it's like, Something's not right there. But then it's fine. Something's going on. That's cool that I can hear that. I've been practicing this though. I think this is a chord right here. That's not cute. Alright guys, so I have decided after being sick that my nutrition needs a change up, especially because I've been eating some meals from work still. I've cut down on the processed snacks, which I'm super proud of, and processed sugar, but I'm kind of ready to take it to the next step because my body deserves medicine to fuel it in the highest degree. So I'm going to be doing, it's probably going to be about 2 meals, almost fully raw vegan. So smoothie bowls in the morning. I have some other stuff in the fridge like cherries and pomegranates, hemp seeds. My protein powder is not raw vegan though. And then I will be making a raw vegan turmeric tahini salad. And then for dinner, I still like warm things. I'm going to be making some miso ramen soup. I will show you guys how that meal prep turns out, but like, I'm so grateful that I have access to all these beautiful foods, and like, I don't know why I turn to like dog biscuit human food when I could just have like some really nutritious, colorful, beautiful things to make my body thrive and feel alive and be able to heal itself. You know, we got hopefully a long life ahead, so. Hello friends. You know, this is super duper ghetto, but this is how we're gonna do it this week. I am preparing to get a tripod this next paycheck so I can kind of increase some creation and intention with the videos I'm making, because this is just not very aesthetic, not very practical, but it's kind of an intimate setting, so I figured, you know, I want my face to be here. I want you guys to have contact with me. I'm meal prepping food for Oswald. He is a vegan pug. And yes, I have him checked out and looked at, make sure he's good. Essentially, all that I do is cut up a bag of golden potatoes, and then sometimes Trader Joe's has like a lentil couscous something else and quinoa mix, and I'll get that and some lentils and some coconut milk and throw this into a crock pot, and then I'll throw in some spinach or kale towards the end so that the nutrients is still in it, and top it off with some hemp seeds. And he seems to do really well. Like, he lost a lot of weight. He doesn't get itchy as badly. He doesn't smell as badly. He does a lot better on this. And like, he's 10 years old. He's hustling. I was like cutting up these potatoes, and I've been sick this week again. I haven't gotten this sick in a long time. Like, I never get sick, so it's really put me into gratitude of just being able to do the small things and like just not taking my body for advantage or moving around for advantage. And there has been the lunar eclipse in Scorpio, which I thought, nah, nothing's gonna happen in my world. Like, I'm solid, and there's been a lot transpiring. Just really happy to have more insights into my shadow and realizing in some ways in relationships of how I can show up better and communicate and just not distance myself. And I want to share some of my life with you guys, mainly just so you know my background, and I hope that my story can touch someone who's maybe had a similar story and kind of give you hope, you know. I come from a big family of addicts, and my father wasn't usually around. I live with him now, which is interesting. For me, it's like a new path of growth for the meantime. And my mom is a beautiful lady, but she has had the disease of alcoholism and other addictions for a long time, and that caused me a lot of feelings of unsafety, and just having all of my cousins and aunts and everyone in the family just with, you know, no relationship skills, no closeness, no sobriety. Like, it was really intense. I had 6 other aunts and uncles, which I love dearly. Some have passed away. And throughout my childhood, it was kind of like scary. It was very scary. And I kind of just did my own thing, but I think throughout my teen years, I really had like an outburst of emotions when I was like 14 and PMSing, and luckily my mom had gotten sober around that time. But then I didn't understand or have any skills of like what to do with all my emotions. I didn't understand why I was so angry. That's when eating disorders started for me, and I just held a lot of guilt for that. And then I changed and just kind of took all of that, like, rather than putting it outward, and just kind of put it inward, and never really opened up or shared, and I didn't really know how to. And then addiction came back into the home life, and I was kicked out at a young age, bought a house at a young age, sold it, and through my healing journey, I feel like now I had a situation come up with both of my parents that really, it felt like a similar cycle that I've seen most of my life. And it's interesting now, being 23, learning to respond rather than react, and just seeing these things as, you know, trauma responses. And it was a good moment for me to kind of like have something really scary happen, involving like the life of my relatives, and just being able to not hold on to that and make it my problem or be the fixer or controller, and just like emotionally accept like the feelings that little Courtney had. And it's been a good reminder of the fears that I still hold on to, and the places that I can surrender into and just like grow into, and why I am on my journey and why I'm healing, and how, you know, I want to break these patterns and help others. So yeah, that was really tough. But long story short, I just felt like I'm kind of walking into now, like, I felt like I had so many emotions when I was younger that never knew how to be felt or expressed, and then I shut them all off, and then I've now like opened them all up, and now that they've been opened, I've been learning how to like utilize them correctly, which is a lot of trial and error. But also like now I feel like I'm stepping into like feeling these emotions, and even though I have these emotions, like I can stay in love in every action. Like if I'm frustrated, I don't have to chop up the potatoes all frustratedly, but if I need to go express it somewhere, that I can do that. And just really taking off masks and having a vulnerable conversation. I think that is a huge one. Anyways, that's all I have. I'll talk to you guys later. This is Oswald's meal prep in here. Honestly, it looks pretty good. I don't have the kale added in yet. Sometimes I'll add broccoli too. This time I did not get broccoli. But that is cooking up all up in there. It only takes like probably an hour to cook, and you have a whole week's worth of food in there. Hi, sweet friends. Just wanted to check in for the night. I'm about to do some yoga and prepare to work 16 hours tomorrow. I always do some extra prep care on those long days. I kind of had a realization that I wanted to share, and some emotional intelligence. I've realized in family situations that I have allowed myself to be a mediator, or feel like I have the answers of how to solve problems, or that, you know, I'm right, or whatever it may be. And I always get really upset when I get thrown into the middle of things and have to choose sides and that I'm in the drama. Yet sometimes I put myself there. And I think to all people, it is not fair to intersect. It doesn't, allow those people to have their own privacy and work through their own problems and sometimes have full accountability. All I can do is work on my relationships and be an example there. And I think even discussing those things is kind of like with other people is sometimes a privacy thing, when you're trying to like mediate a situation. And I am going to break that spell, that curse within myself, that programming that feels the need to interject myself in order to stay safe, because it's just a false safety and it's not pure intention or helping grow my relationships. And so after that happened and I realized that I did interject myself, I started feeling all of these emotions: madness, anger, frustration, because I was being put into the middle of it and I don't understand the issue. I feel very icky and toxic about it. I don't want to go into detail about what it is, but those are my feelings towards it. And if that's my feelings, one, I need to handle something with grace, with love, and not interjecting myself or having the ego that I am right in that situation, because it's not mine, and create that boundary also so I don't get emotionally upset and allow myself to give my energy in those spaces. And yeah, that's not how I want to show up for the people that I care about. So learning little by little, I think a good yoga practice is really going to help soothe in. I work a long day the next 2 days, so good night, sweet dreams. Thank you for listening to me. I love you. Thank you. Hello, my sweet friends. We're in a little bit of a time gap here from what time periods we're in together. All of the footage that you saw was from about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, and so much has happened since then. It actually makes me really sad that I was not filming throughout my struggles and throughout my growth moments and everything that I was doing, because it's just so cool to witness. And that's the whole point of this, is to show that change is possible, and you just have to go within to change and to show that love and growth and capacity to create, you know what I mean? I am a little sad. I'm not going to say the past 2 weeks have been perfect, but they've definitely shed a lot of light on how I'm getting in my own way and self-sabotage and trying new things. So I will update you on that in this week's video. Again, I really could not express just like how appreciative I am for all of the people supporting me and watching these videos and being on my journey. Sometimes I like look back at these videos and they feel so small, and my words still aren't coming out how I want them to, or the topics I want to share about, or the videos that I want to make. But to those of you who are on this beginning of a journey with me, I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm so just like humbled for you to be here, and if you made it to the end of this video, like, thank you. I hope I offer some sort of help or wisdom or love for you. Yeah, I am going to get ready for bed, and I'm excited to talk about things in the next week's video, and I can promise you my commitment to that. I promise me my commitment to that, quite honestly. But yeah, thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful day, a wonderful night, and I hope you remember that anything is possible with a little bit of faith and trust and belief in yourself, and I know that you can do it.